3-team random. Let's see how many times we're going to randomize it. Eight times. Yeah, I figured it was you, Kevin. You should be able to click it though, and it should just take you to YouTube. Boom. There we go. Let's put these people in their teams. We'll let it run through once, and then we will get started. Hello, Daniel DV3. Thanks for watching. Great to see it when we get some internationals. Alrighty. The teams have ran through. Looks like Jonathan ended with the Hornets, Ron with the Warriors, Adam with the Kings, and Michael with the Spurs. We got 3 spots left in the division. Random Mosaic, Hobby No Huddle Football. Remember, if you use promo code 15June26, that's 15June26, you can get 15% off 3+ spots. You know, take a spot in the Mosaic Football Hobby No Huddle Division Random. The Hobby Box Contenders Draft Picks, pick your division. And then the Contenders Draft Picks 1 box, pick your team. But here we go. Let's get into this. 8 cards per pack, 24 packs per box. Another way to go to our YouTube is just to go to YouTube and search BreakTraders. That will allow you, it'll pop right up. Terrence Davis of the Raptors, Josh Okogie of the Timberwolves, Kevin Knox II of the Knicks, Will Barton of the Nuggets, followed by Andre Drummond of the Cavs, an NBA Hoops, Damian Lillard, more spark plugs right there, followed by Emmanuel Quickly RC of the New York Knicks, and then boom, Anthony Edwards RC of the Sacramento Kings right out the bat. Ross, I think you're a tad behind, which right off the bat, we got Anthony Edwards for Adam. We've got Lonzo Ball of the Pelicans, Romeo Langford of the Celtics, Kawhi Leonard of the Clippers. We got Nikola Vucevic of the Magic, Ricky Rubio of the Suns. We got a high voltage Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat, followed by Oleksiy Pokusevski of the Oklahoma City Thunder. And that is going to be going to Ray, followed by Isaac Okoro of the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that is going to Chris. Sorry, yes, Edwards of the Timberwolves to Caden. Wow, my mistake. I screwed. Sorry about that, Caden. I apologize. I'm trying to. I don't know who I was thinking of there. Tim Hardaway Jr. of the Mavs, Drew Holiday of the Pelicans, Lonnie Walker of the Spurs, followed by DeAndre Ayton of the Suns, Carmelo Anthony of the Timberwolves. Then we got Luke Kennard of the Pistons. And then our 2 rookies are going to be Sadiq Bey of the Pistons and Tyler Bey of the Mavericks. Sadiq Bey going to Caden and Tyler Bey going to Ron. Jaylen Brown of the Celtics, Landry Shamet of the Clippers, Ja Morant of the Grizzlies, followed by Devontae Graham of the Hornets, Steven Adams of the Thunder, a prime twine out of 10. Prime twine out of 10, and that is Joel Embiid. Whoo-wee! Nice hit right there. Was trying to get a price on that quickly. It looks like there's definitely some that are worth some solid money right there. And that is of the Philadelphia 76ers going to Chris. We got Theo Maledon RC of the Oklahoma City Thunder going to Ray, and Cole Anthony of the Magic, Cole Anthony of the Orlando Magic going to Robert. Oh yeah, not really going for that much, only 15. Surprised. Michael Porter, Wendell Carter Jr. of the Chicago Bulls, followed by Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks, Jaren Jackson of the Grizzlies, Joe Ingles of the Jazz, Davis Bertrand of the Wizards, and then we got next, it's Alejandro Pokusevski of the Thunder. Going to Ray, followed up by Josh Green of the Mavericks, and that is going to Ron, and Killian Hayes of Detroit going to Caden. We've got Alfred Payton of the Knicks, Alex Caruso of the Lakers, Karis LeVert of the Brooklyn Nets, Bam Adebayo of the Heat, Michael Porter Jr. of the Denver Nuggets, followed by Daniel Gafford, 87 out of 99 of the Chicago Bulls going to Jonathan. Then we've got an Aaron Naismith of the Boston Celtics going to Ray, and Obi Toppin of the New York Knicks going to Ron. Ben Simmons of Philadelphia, Marc Gasol of the Raptors, Colin Sexton of the Cavs, followed by Sacramento Kings, Marvin Bagley III, Cameron Johnson of the Suns, Bam Adebayo of the Heat, followed by Tyrese Maxey of Philadelphia, and Desmond Bane of Memphis. Tyrese Maxey going to Chris, Desmond Bane of the Grizzlies going to Ray. We have George Hill of the Bucks, followed by Lauri Markkanen of the Bulls, Malcolm Brogdon of the Pacers, PJ Washington of the Hornets, Clint Capella of the Hawks, a now playing Patrick Williams of the Chicago Bulls, followed by Isaiah Stewart from Rochester, New York, now on the Detroit Pistons going to Caden, and Jordan Nora of the Milwaukee Bucks going to Jonathan. Nice. Alrighty, folks. We got a lot of breaks in the red zone. We've got 2 spots left in the Mosaic Football Hobby No Huddle 1-box division random, followed up by 6 spots in the Contenders Pick Your Team and 3 spots in the Pick Your Division. Use promo code 15 June 26, 15% off by buying a spot in each. Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope of the Lakers, Taurean Prince of the Brooklyn Nets, followed by Buddy Hield of the Kings and Duncan Robinson of the Heat. And then our auto is going, not an auto, just a numbered Legends of the Games, Dennis Rodman out of 699. Going to Jonathan with Chicago, we have Jalen Smith of the Phoenix Suns and Denny Avdija of the Washington Wizards. Tobias Harris of Philadelphia, Serge Ibaka of the Raptors, Paul Millsap of the Nuggets, Tristan Thompson of the Cavs, LaMarcus Aldridge of the Spurs, the Backstage Pass, Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies, going to Ray, followed by Onika Okongwu of the Atlanta Hawks, going to Caden, and Saban Lee of the Detroit Pistons, going to Caden as well. We have Luka Doncic of the Mavericks, followed by Jackson Hayes of New Orleans, Gordon Hayward of the Celtics, Blake Griffin of the Pistons, Evan Fournier of the Magic, a zero-gravity Dwayne Wade, followed by Jaden McDaniels of the Timberwolves, and Vernon Carey Jr. of the Charlotte Hornets. Jaden McDaniels of the Timberwolves to Caden, and Vernon Carey of the Hornets going to Jonathan. Paul George of the Clippers, Giannis of the Bucks, followed by Chris Paul of the Oklahoma City Thunder, Miles Turner of the Pacers, Brandon Clark of the Grizzlies. We got next RC Emmanuel Quickley of the Knicks, and that is going to be going to Ron, followed by Zeke Naji of the Nuggets, going to Ray, and James Weissman of the Golden State Warriors going to Ron. Thaddeus Young of the Chicago Bulls, followed by Klay Thompson of the Warriors, Dwight Howard of the Lakers, DeAndre Hunter of the Hawks. We have Bogdan Bogdanovic of the Kings, Dwayne Wade Tribute of the Heat, followed by Kira Lewis Jr. of the Pelicans, and Precious Achiuwa of the Miami Heat. Kira Lewis Jr. of the Pelicans going to Mike, and Precious Achiuwa of the Heat going to Adam. Spencer Dinwiddie of Brooklyn, followed by Joel Embiid of Philadelphia, Goran Dragic of the Heat, Gary Harris of Denver, followed by Matthew Dellavedova of the Cavaliers, a now playing Killian Hayes of the Detroit Pistons, followed by Leonardo Bolmaro of the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Tyrell Terry of the Dallas Mavericks. I'm guessing that's Sutton. Good to see you, man. We got Austin Rivers of Houston, Kristaps Porzingis of Dallas, JJ Redick of New Orleans, followed by Derek White of the Spurs, Derrick Rose of the Pistons, Saban Lee RC of the Pistons, followed by RJ Hampton of the Nuggets. That's Saban Lee going to Caden, and RJ Hampton of the Nuggets to Ray, and then Nick Richards of the Hornets going to Jonathan. Jason Tatum of Boston, Juancho Hernangomez of the Timberwolves, followed by Markelle Fultz of the Magic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Thunder, Hassan Whiteside of Portland, and now playing James Wiseman of the Golden State Warriors, followed by Kenyon Martin Jr. of the Houston Rockets, and that is going to Robert and Elijah Hughes of the Jazz. Here we go. Let's hope we get some big hits in the next 2, 4, 6, 7 packs. 8, including this one. James Harden of the Rockets, Seth Curry of the Mavs, Brandon Ingram of the Pelicans, followed by Jonas Valanciunas of the Grizzlies, Dwayne Bacon of the Hornets, a Draymond Green out of 199 of Golden State going to Ron, followed up by CJ Ellerby of the Portland Trailblazers, and that's going to Ron as well, and Skylar Mays of the Atlanta Hawks going to Caden. Daniel Teese of Boston, followed by Reggie Jackson of the Clippers, Dennis Schroeder of the Thunder, Josh Jackson of the Grizzlies, and here we go. Our auto is Bogdan Marjanovic of the Dallas Mavericks. And that's going to Ron. Not very exciting for our first auto right there. Followed up by a courtside Jason Tatum. Then we've got Peyton Pritchard of the Celtics and Patrick Williams of the Bulls. The Celtics are owned by Ray and the Bulls by Jonathan. We've got Dante DiVincenzo of the Bucks, Otto Porter of the Bulls, Eric Paschal of the Warriors, Zach Collins of the Blazers, Rui Hachimura of the Wizards, followed by a hypnotized Ben Simmons of the Philadelphia 76ers, Devin Vassell of the Spurs, and Nico Mannion of the Golden State Warriors. Danny Green of the Lakers, followed by Pascal Siakam of the Raptors, Tyler Hero of Miami, Jamal Murray of the Denver Nuggets, Kevin Love of the Cavaliers. Woo! He came in like a LaMelo Ball. And there we go. It's LaMelo Ball we got next of the Charlotte Hornets going to Jonathan. And then Grant Riller of the Hornets and Tyrese Halliburton of the Kings going to Adam. Four packs left in this break. We've got Malik Beasley of the Mavs, Mitchell Robinson of the Knicks, Dwight Powell of the Mavs, and Malik Beasley of the Timberwolves, DeJounte Murray of the Spurs, Kevin Huerter of the Falcons, and then here we go. It's our next auto, or it seems to be, and it is... Oh no, it's not an auto. It's just a Legends of the Game Kristaps Porzingis out of 999. Future Legends of the Game. I don't know about that though. Followed by Xavier Tillman of the Grizzlies, Robert Woodard II of the Kings, to finish that one. And now we have 3 packs left. Derek Favors of the Pelicans, Marcus Smart of the Celtics, followed by Anfernee Simons of the Trailblazers, Miles Bridges of the Hornets, Danilo Gallinari of the Thunder, Spencer Dinwiddie of the Nets, and then another. He came in like a LaMelo Ball. There we go. Wowza. The Dooley LaMelos right there. The he got next, we got next, and the base. Jonathan's going to be a happy camper after this one. Then we got Udoka Azubuike of the Jazz going to Ray. Marcus Morris, Sr. of the Clippers, Damian Lillard of the Trailblazers, Kobe White of the Bulls, followed by Dylan Brooks of the Grizzlies, and then here we go. We've got the City Edition Kawhi Leonard, followed by Malachi Flynn, RC of the Toronto Raptors, going to Robert, and Daniel Oturu of the Clippers going to Adam. And then the next auto is going to be a Hot Signatures rookie, and that's Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart from right here in Rochester, New York. There we go. Nothing more exciting to me than pulling a Rochester born and bred NBA player's auto. Marquise Chris of the Warriors, followed by this Shake Milton of the 76ers, Bojan Bogdanovic of the Jazz, Thomas Bryant of the Wizards, Jimmy Butler of the Heat, and now playing Onyeka Okongwu of the Atlanta Hawks going to Caden. Cassius Winston of the Wizards, and Trey Jones of the Spurs. Alrighty, we've got a lot of rookies. Let's run them down. Trey Jones of the Spurs, followed by Cassius Winston of the Wizards, now playing Onyeka Okongwu of Atlanta, Daniel Oturu of the Clippers, Malachi Flynn of the Raptors, Udoka Azubuike of the Jazz, Robert Woodard II of the Kings, Xavier Tillman of the Grizzlies, Tyrese Halliburton of the Kings. Followed by Grant Riller of the Hornets, Nico Mannion of the Warriors, Devin Vassell of the Spurs, Patrick Williams of the Bulls, Peyton Pritchard of the Celtics, Skylar Mars of Atlanta, then now playing Patrick Williams of the Bulls. Followed by CJ Ellerby of the Trailblazers, now playing Killian Hayes of the Pistons, James Weissman of the Golden State Warriors, Elijah Hughes of the Jazz, Nick Richards of the Hornets, RJ Hampton of the Nuggets, Savon Lee of the Pistons, Terrell Terry of the Mavs, Leandro Bolmaro of the Timberwolves, Precious Achiuwa of the Heat, Kira Lewis Jr. of the Pelicans, James Weissman of the Golden State Warriors, Zeke Naji of Denver, Emmanuel Quickley we got next, Vernon of the Knicks, Vernon Carey of the Hornets, Jaden McDaniels of the Timberwolves, Savon Lee of the Pistons, Onyeka Okongwu of Atlanta, Denny Avdija of the Wizards, Jalen Smith of the Suns, Jordan Nora of the Bucks, Isaiah Stewart of Detroit, Desmond Bane of Memphis, Tyrese Maxey of Philadelphia, Obi Toppin of the Knicks, Aaron Naismith of the Celtics, Killian Hayes of Detroit, Josh Green of the Mavs. We got next Elijevski Pukusevski of the Thunder, Cole Anthony of the Magic, Theo Maledon of the Thunder, Tyler Bay of the Mavs, Sadiq Bey of the Pistons, Isaac Okoro of the Cavs, Elijevski Pukusevski of the Thunder, and Emmanuel Quickley of the Knicks. And now on to the featured cards. First, the prime Twine Joel Embiid 8 out of 10 of the Philadelphia 76ers. That's going to Chris. And then our rookies. From the Minnesota Timberwolves, it is Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards of the Timberwolves going to Caden. And then we have not one, but not two. He came in like a LaMelo Ball. Just like that, and boom, boom, boom. We got next LaMelo Ball and a base LaMelo Ball, both of the Hornets going to Jonathan. And then it's Boban Marjanovic, hot signatures of the Mavs, going to Ron. And the rookie signature, hot. This is going to be a Rochester, New York born and bred. It's Isaiah Stewart. And that is going to Caden. And with that, it is the end of break 721.